Boom, here we are, just like that. Hello, everybody, and welcome to part two or part deux. And if I'm saying it like that and I say part deux, you'll know what that pun means. Friday Night Music Fever. It's Friday night. It's 8 o'clock, and we're live here. Hello, everybody. I'm your host, David Burrows, and this week a very special person joining me over here. I guess I should
over
say.
Here.
This is my co-host, Julie Coulombe, or Jules. Is good, right?
Jules.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you? How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I thought I was going to be going a little bat crazy here, but I'm not going to lie. I have my moments, but I'm doing okay. Are you hanging in there? You got the she shack going on there?
Got the she shack. This is my sanctuary. It's keeping me sane. That's for sure. I'm a little bored these days, but you're keeping me entertained.
Yeah. Well, I offered you the job and you thought the pay was good, and here you are.
Yes, so here I am. Voila.
And you've been learning in all of this. I know. I'm going to be learning how to play guitar. Actually, my daughter, we're going to be scheduling some things. She's going to teach me, or she's going to try to teach Dad. Funny, right? But you're keeping yourself busy in there, learning some technology and playing some tunes.
Oh my God, my head hurts today. Oh, oh. But I'm trying. It's the wave of the future. I'm joining the wave.
Well, thanks so much for joining me here on this. And I know last week we started with the Friday Night Music Fever, and we had some great musicians here. In fact, one all the way from Ottawa, Ian, who's known as I Shot the Messenger. It was actually a conversation that I had with him that kind of helped me bring this to a forefront and go, hey, we should do that. And then I reached out to K106.3, and we want to say thanks to them for giving us their support. We should be live on the show with David Burrows' page, the K106 page. I think we're live on Jules and Company. Corey James Mitchell is here tonight, along with Paul Knapp, and we've got Josh Dowes and Trevor Wagner, right? You know these guys pretty well, don't you?
Yes, most of them, yes. Great musicians. I can't wait. It's going to be a fun night.
Yeah. You've just been playing for a little while now, right? When I say a little while, about 4 years, right?
About 4 years.
Yeah. Did you 4 years ago when you got started and playing in all of this that you thought you'd be doing something like this? And look at all the people you've met.
Not in a million years, brother. Not in a million years. No way. No. But
pretty cool, right?
You're never too old to learn something new. So there you go.
I hear you. Well, I always like to every year. This is something that I do for the last about 12 years of my life. I always pick something largely challenging to learn, right? And I've done a few things. I did Dancing with the Stars. I got to see that up there, and a few other things. That was holy. Never do that again. So this year, with all of this, it's going to be learning the guitar. So we'll see how that goes. I'm going to start a band. I'm going to be famous.
You will be.
I don't know about Rich, but we'll see what happens there.
I'll be one of your fans, okay?
Okay, well, I'm off to a good start. For those of you who are watching, wherever you're watching from, we are live on several Facebook pages. Also, the Video Show Network, which my show is a part of. And we're also live on Twitter, Dav Burrows, if you want to follow there. And if you have some comments or questions, maybe requests, the musicians have kind of prepared what they're going to do, but you never know. We might have an open jam session at the end. Say hello in the comments. I'm going to go over to some of the comments that we see here right now. Kim Babcock is here. Hey, Kim, thanks for coming here. She was here last week as well. She's excited. And Aaron Armstrong is out there cheering on. Says, go Josh Dowes. And who else we got here? Barry Loxton saying hello. Good evening, David. And
oh, hey, Barry.
Yeah, so there you go. There's the power of live streaming.
Yes.
Boy, there's a lot of live streaming experts out there these days. I got to tell you.
Rookie.
Right. And my friend from a long time ago, her and her husband have been good friends for a while out in Corunna. How you doing, Annette? Thanks for being here. Jesse's here. Jesse, are you working at the gas station again? He was here the other night, joined us working down at that petrol at London and Finch or Lambton Mall Road there. So if you're out and you do got to get gas, say hi to him. All right. One of the things that we added here, it just kind of come on last minute. And again, thanks to K106.3 for their support. I reached out to them and said, hey, there's a lot of organizations that are going to be suffering out there. And we wanted to reach out to the United Way as somebody that I support here on the show, and K106.3 often does as well. And, it's kind of hard in these times to pick your charity, so to speak. And Jules, you and I talked about this because you have a couple of favorites as well. One of them is the Women's Interval Home, right?
Yes, sure is.
Yeah. So the reason we went with United Way was because, and I think a Women's Interval Home is one of the ones they support, but they're supporting multi-organizations here in Sarnia-Lambton. So that was kind of made it the easy choice for us. And Dave Brown is the executive director, and he's here waiting in the lobby. We're going to bring him on, and they have the Compassion Fund, which has been able to help out some organizations. Dave, thanks for being here.
It's a pleasure for me to join you, David and Julie. How are you?
Good. Thanks for being here.
That's my pleasure.
The obvious comment is interesting times. You and I have talked. You were on the show the other day. Where's the United Way fitting in with all this?
Well, in a regular year, we fund 18 agencies, 36 different programs and services, all providing programs and services right here in Sarnia-Lambton. But what we've done is the board of directors have put together a United Way Emergency Compassion Fund. And we funded it with $18,000 to get us started. And we've asked the community for donations. And a number of individuals and organizations have stepped up and contributed money to that fund. We've committed to the community and to donors to keep regular updates on exactly where that money is going and how it's helping. And we've actually made 7 announcements in just the past 6 or 7 days. And the Women's Interval Home is one of them. You can imagine the issues that agency has, providing safe shelter for women and their children, and yet being isolated too from one another. So they have experienced some additional challenges. So they applied to the United Way Compassion Fund, and within 30 hours, we gave them the approval of $5,000. So we're very proud that we had the community support. We're able to do that. But 7 altogether. We're also hoping to have 2 more announcements by Monday morning. But most recently, David, your viewers will be interested to know, we've awarded $5,000 to the St. Vincent de Paul to assist all the families that they're helping, $5,000 to the Inn of the Good Shepherd, and that's in addition to what we've previously announced, $5,000 to the Salvation Army, $5,000 to the Boys and Girls Club to help with some of the families that they support. I mentioned the Women's Interval Home, Rebound, and specifically the Hub. They're doing some teleconferencing and video conferencing with some of the teenagers who are dealing with isolation, depression, and withdrawal management issues. And of course, the Family Counseling Center was the very first agency that we approved funding for. You can imagine already the United Way funds the distress line and telecheck line. You can imagine the phone calls that they're getting now. So much so that they've had to hire extra staff to accommodate the extra call volume, but also more specialized. You can imagine some calls are require some professional counseling. People are anxious. They're they're suffering from mental health issues. They needed a professional counselor at the end of the line, and so we're providing $5,000 for them to help.
That's perfect. Well, there's the community coming together. Hey, Jules, some pretty exciting stuff.
Thank you.
It is. Sorry for being long-winded, but there's this.
No.
I'm so proud of the fund, and I think the community is proud of their support and proud of what the United Way has done. 100% of every dollar donated to the fund is being used for agencies. There's no campaign cost because it's all online, and we've had some corporate support. I spoke to David earlier. Libro Credit Union came to the table late last night with an announcement of $35,000 to our United Way to this fund.
Great.
So that's going to fund at least 7 more programs and services right here in our community. So we're just grateful to Libro and the other organizations that we'll be announcing next week. We've always had a long partnership with Libro Credit Union, with the employees and with the owners, and it's great to see their support coming through in such a big way.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, this has always been a great community for coming together, and here's a really good example, right, Dave? I reached out to these local musicians here and my friend Jules, and there was no hesitation. It was just like, oh yeah, sign us up. And then last minute when I said, hey, we'd like to support United Way, you got, oh yeah, absolutely, nice.
Fantastic.
So that's really what's going to help.
And not only are they such giving individuals, David, they're world class. I mean, we've got some great musicians and great artists
Yeah.
all right here in Sarnia-Lambton. And so there's so much for us all to be proud of.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you.
Well, Dave, thanks for joining us, buddy. I hope you stick around and watch the broadcast, maybe share it around and get some more people out there. We've got lots of people
Absolutely.
already. So, and thanks to you. And I know you got a small team of about 5 people
Right.
Still working with you. Shout out to them for all they're doing for us too.
Thanks very much. And thank you, David, for everything you've done for us too. It's a huge help.
It's my
Nice
pleasure.
meeting you, Julie.
Thanks so much, Dave. Take care.
Dave Brown, Executive Director. Hey, Jules, right? That's how long have you lived in Sarnia? You've been here a while, haven't you?
Pretty much my entire life.
Yeah.
I moved here when I was just a little girl.
Yeah. You've always had that.
I've been here 40 years at least.
Oh, okay. Oh, well. You've been able to experience this kind of love in the community of Sarnia for a while then too.
Yeah, we have a great community here. And
Yeah.
I hear things like that and it gets me like emotional. It's
You
nice
get
to hear.
teary-eyed? Don't
Teary-eyed.
don't
You know,
ruin your makeup.
right now everybody is so angry and upset and I get that,
Yeah.
scared, all of that. But it's nice to see that there's people that are still out there that are still kind enough to give instead of take, you know? That's all.
Absolutely.
Nice to see.
All right. Well, Jules, let's move on and bring in
Sure.
our entertainers and get them all introduced. We've got Corey James Mitchell is there. We've got Josh Dowes. We've got Trevor Wagner and Paul Knapp is around somewhere. He'll be joining us shortly. How's everybody feeling?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Nearly
Don't sound
purple.
so excited.
I got see somebody. Josh, you got to unmute your mic, buddy. And
Woo!
there we go.
Woo, there he is.
All right.
Okay.
And Corey is. How come you're so quiet? Or are you just saving the vocals up for us?
I'm just picking my spot, Dave. I don't want to get everyone chatting at once here.
Yeah.
You've got another friend joining there. What's that in the background? That's like an arcade game or something.
Oh, the Undertaker. That's the Undertaker. He comes everywhere with us on stage. He comes out on tour with us.
Oh wow! Are you a big wrestling fan? Are you, or just an Undertaker fan?
Just just in the top 1-2% wrestling fans in the world. Nothing major.
That's awesome. I come from the Junkyard Dog days. I couldn't tell you about that's how.
Okay, boomer. That's a
Hulk
boomer. That's a
Hogan.
boomer reference there, Dave.
I'm not quite a boomer. I'm borderline boomer.
Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan, who's that? Yeah,
That's
right.
all I know when it comes to wrestling.
Yeah,
Hulk
Hogan,
Hogan, Andre the Giant, all those really popular ones from the day.
Well, we've got lots of people watching, and they're here to listen, but they want to listen to music. They don't want to hear us talk all the time. So we've got Corey James Mitchell up first, and then Paul Knapp will join us, and Josh Dowes, who's even got his aunt all the way from Calgary. Francis is watching here tonight.
Hi, Francis.
Yeah, and we've got some whole family watching as well. And Trevor Wagner, who I discovered probably about 3 years ago, maybe even 4 years ago. You were a really young whippersnapper.
Oh yeah.
Thanks everybody for being here and supporting the United Way as well, and just giving some people something to do. I know Kim Babcock is out there. She's spending her 40th birthday with us.
Happy birthday, Kim.
Birthday.
Maybe somebody will sing you a happy birthday before the night's over. So we're going to get to it. We're almost quarter past the hour, and Corey James Mitchell going to start things off with us. And I'll come back to Paul Knapp will be next, and then Josh, and then Trevor. Stick around with us. Carry on there, Corey. Give us, tell us what we can expect from you right now.
You can expect, I got some tunes coming up. I've never really done anything live stream like this before, so I just got a few tunes, some original, maybe one cover in there, and just some tunes that I think will strike home and maybe sit well with people, especially in these trying times.
Sounds good. All right. Well, let's put Corey into full screen. Right on. Take it away, Corey. It's all you, buddy.
Hey, everybody. This first song, this is a song I wrote years ago. We start most of our live sets off with this song. Usually runs in another tune, but I thought I'd play it just solo. It's just a short one, and it's called Middle Class Man. And it's going out to all the middle class men and women out there that are really, we're finding out how vitally important they are in society today. All the truck drivers, cashiers at Walmart, Tim Hortons employees. Of course, there's, your EMS, your doctors, your nurses, your police, firemen, but there's, the people that maybe don't get the respect they deserve, and we're really seeing with this situation how valuable those people are. So this first tune is going to all you folks out there. If things ain't going to plan, I don't expect you to understand. You've never been a real big fan of the way I'm living. You said good luck pass me by, but I'll keep fighting till the day I die. So I looked you in the eye and I held out my hand. I said, don't ever count out middle class me. I don't know how to make the rent. 'Cause payday comes, but the money's all spent. And now I'm forced to repent for the sins I've never done. But oh Lord, I had dreams in my home, and I traded them in for a family man's throne. And all my seeds have been sown on the barren land. I can't catch a break, I'm middle class me. And I've got tears and dirt and blood, the cracks in my head. I'm a middle class man, just a middle class me. And every day my father, he works as hard as his back can stand. Proud to be a middle class man. Don't ever count out middle class me. Lord knows I'm a middle class man. Don't ever count out middle class man. This next song is a song called Drove. This is also one of the first tunes I ever wrote and produced on my first EP. The heater was broken, my dad is so Chevy. Windows were up and I thought I was ready. And every mile that I drive seemed like it lasted all night. Hoping for love out in the cold. I knew a spot about a mile up the road. You were smarter than that. Mama warned you about boys like me. Your red blue jeans and your pretty smile, ready to play for a mile, and now we just drove. Yeah, we drove. And now the world was spoke, now the thing was said. Just driving all night, making love in my head. Yeah, we drove. We just drove. Picked you up just before 10. It seemed like yesterday. It was way back when I was just 17, learning to drive on my own. Your red blue jeans and your pretty smile, ready to play for a mile, and now we just drove. Yeah, we drove. we just grow. Now every time I see an old back road, I feel the dirt on the wheels, and the night air getting cold. Your red blue jeans, Lord, you look so right, and the radio play for feel like oh now we just grow. Yeah, we drove. And now the world was spoke, now the thing was said. Just driving all night, making love in my head. Yeah, we drove. We just drove. And now the world was spoke, now the thing was said. Just driving all night, making love in my head. Yeah, we drove. We just drove. On the dark desert highway, cool wind in my head, the warm smell of the leader rising up through the air, and up ahead in the distance, I saw shimmering light. My head grew heavy and my sight grew dim. I had to stop for the night, and there she stood in the doorway. I heard the mission bell, and I was thinking to myself, this could be heaven, this could be hell. And then she lit up the candle, and she showed me the way. And there were voices down in the corridor. I thought I heard them say, welcome to the Hotel California. Such a lovely place, such a lovely face. Plenty of room at the Hotel California. And any time of year, you can find it here. I might have stepped out with the day. She got the Mercedes Benz. She got a lot of pretty, pretty boys that she calls friends. And while they dance in the courtyard, the sweet summer sweat. Some dance to remember, some dance to forget. So I called up the captain. I said, please bring me my wine. He said, we haven't had that spirit here since 1969. And still those voices calling from far away. They'll wake you up in the middle of the night just to hear them say, welcome to the Hotel California. Such a lovely place, such a lovely face. Plenty of room at the Hotel California. But a nice surprise, pick you out of bed. And mirrors on the ceiling, big champagne on ice. And he said, we're all just prisoners here of our own device. And in their master's chamber, we gathered for the feast, stabbing with their stealing bugs can't kill the bees. The last thing I remember, headed for the door. They had to find the passage back to the place I was before. Then relax at night, man, 'cause we are programmed to receive. And you can check out any time you like, but you can never leave.
Yeah, there you go. Boy, oh boy, with a voice like that, you sure don't need a microphone, I'll tell you.
That was a tough one. I don't know why I doubled those up, but whatever.
Right. Sounding good. Well, for those of you just joining us right now, welcome to the Friday Night Music Fever. Corey James Mitchell joining us right now. We're just getting started, and we've probably got another hour and a half of things to go. We've got Josh Dowse is here, Trevor Wagner, and along with Paul Knapp, and my co-host Jules. How you feeling about all this, Jules?
I'm having a good time over here.
Yeah?
I do want to say, Corey, you have an amazing voice. Wow.
Thank you.
Very nice. Very nice.
Thank you. Got it from my mom, my dad.
Yes, you're well. Thank you to your parents. No, seriously, like, you're a pleasure to listen to. You're great. I'm like,
I'm
wow,
thinking you got a new fan here.
And
Thank
know
you.
what?
Yeah. Hey,
This is
Gabe,
for-
follow us on Facebook and Instagram. There you go.
Okay, I will.
Yeah,
I'll find
absolutely,
you. I
absolutely.
will find you. It's
I will
First
say-
Friday.
What's that?
It's First Friday.
Oh, it is First
Yeah.
Friday. I never even thought of that.
Everybody, we are
Let's go
spending
downtown
our
after this.
first
Right.
Friday virtually. I'm
I
so
will
glad to be spending it with you guys.
It's been a good turnout. I'll tell you, we got lots of people watching. I will say this: if you can take the time and share this around, and for those of you, Corey James Mitchell and Jules, for whatever reason, the cross-posting feature is not working on Facebook, so it's not on your page right now. So if you want to take some time at some point and share this onto your pages, and I actually just got an email from Facebook saying that feature is not working right now. So.
Okay.
So we just have to do it manually. That's all. So take the time, everybody. Click the share button. If you know somebody on the stream, brag about them and tell them they're here and come out and join
Send
us
me
and
the
watch.
link.
That's right. All right, Corey James Mitchell, we're going to put you full screen and go back to you.
Sounds good.
Good job.
30 miles in the Gulf Stream, I hear the south wind moan. Bridges are getting lower, the shrimp boat's coming home. The old man down in the corner slowly turns his head, takes a sip from his whiskey bottle. This is what he said. I was born in the rain on the Apache train underneath the Louisiana moon. Don't mind the strain of a hurricane come around every June. The high black water, the devil's daughter, she's hot, she's cold, she's mean. Nobody's daughter takes a lot of water to wash away New Orleans. A man came down from Chicago, he's gonna set that levee right. Said it's gotta be at least 3 feet higher, we won't make it through the night. But the old man down in the corner, he said, don't you listen to that boy. The Water be down by the morning time and get back in Illinois. And I was born in the rain on a fast train underneath the Louisiana moon. I don't mind the strain of the hurricane come around every June. The high black water, devil's daughter, she's hot, she's cold, she's mean. Nobody taught her, takes a lot of water to wash away New Orleans. 30 miles to the Gulf Stream, I get the south wind home. The bridges are getting lower, the shrimp boat's coming home. The old man down in the corner, he slowly taps his head, takes a sip from his west bottle. This is what he said. Well, I was born in the rain on the Acoustic train underneath the Louisiana moon. Don't mind the strain of a hurricane come around every June. The high black water, devil's daughter, she's hot, she's cold, she's mean. Nobody taught her, takes a lot of water to wash away New Orleans. Yeah, nobody taught her, it takes a lot of water to wash away New Orleans.
Right on, man. Sounded good. Boy, I'm jealous in both ways, the voice and being able to play guitar.
Hey Dave, I don't know if everyone's muting their mic, but I'm getting a lot of like feedback when I'm playing the songs.
Okay, yeah. I think everybody's looking muted here except for Trevor right now, but I just unmuted him. So
Yeah, I muted myself too.
What's that?
I just unmuted myself too. I had myself.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. We'll make sure we it's probably Dave Brown's fault. We'll blame it on him.
Yeah.
All right. What have you got? Have you got a couple more or one more, or where are you at here?
I got a couple more, Dave.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's jump into it and carry on. Corey James Mitchell, everybody.
Sounds good.
Good job.
This next song, this song is called BCA. It's the Blue Collared Anthem. I'll just tell you a little bit about myself and the Corey James Mitchell Band. Unfortunately, I can't be with my bandmates right now. Kellen Lindsay, Trevor Rogers, Kevin Williams. Love you guys. You guys are my family. Couldn't do it without you. Couldn't do any of this without you. So I wish they were here with me. We were on the road. Actually, great opportunity. We were out playing some dates on the road with Blackberry Smoke when all this went down, and we kind of got cut off at the knees. But we're pushing through. We're getting some progress, and we got a new EP coming out. The first single is this next song I'm going to be playing. This is this kind of a stripped down version of it, but it's called the Blue Collared Anthem. And we're blue collar country music, and we write songs. We're all tradesmen. We're carpenters. I'm a barber, operators in the valley, and so we write music for blue collar men and women, and the people that are out there with their nose to the grind. 40, 50, 60, 70 hours a week, keeping this world turning. And this song is for you guys. This will be coming out hopefully in the next month or so. It's been pushed back a little bit, but I still want to get it out there just because I feel like it's very fitting for this time. So yeah, this is our tip of the hat to everyone that keeps this world turning around. This old summer rain is bound to stop. Gotta tend the field, gotta plant the crop. And you work 9 to 5, that should be said. Around here we work from 5 till God knows when. Keep this city rolling on and on. You won't find me in the bars or the bingo house. Dirty, dusty fields working under the gun. But if you enjoy the meal today, you better thank me, son. And these 18 wheels are way away. Miles turn to days on the interstate. Said to you work 9 to 5, that should be said. 'Cause I ain't been home since God knows when. Keep this city rolling out and out. You won't find us in the bars or the bingo house. Driving this old rig, working under the gun. But if you enjoy the meal today, you better thank me, son. Yeah, if you enjoy the meal today, you better thank me, son. 'Cause this one's for the folks working minimum wage, getting treated so damn rude. And for the boys on the oil rigs, coast to coast, so to the bone crew. Steel toe boots and no Mexico coveralls, road cruising neon bells. No name Howard and steps out the folks I like best. And I'll tell you why. To keep this city rolling on and on. You won't find them in the bars, bingo house. And blue collar redneck living in a highway spell. But if you enjoy the life you live, you better thank them, son. Especially today. So this is for all the, like I said earlier, EMS, police, fire department, nurses, doctors, but every level of staff. The janitors that are pitching in and serving meals, PSWs at nursing homes that are selflessly putting themselves in the line of danger for everybody, for all of us that are home, safe with our families. Everyone that's out there putting themselves on the line to keep this world spinning around. This one's for you. So say it again. Yeah, if you enjoy the life you live, you better thank them, son. If you enjoy the life you live, you better thank them, son. And this old summer rain is bound to stop. Gotta tend to feel, gotta plan to die.
Nicely done, sir. Nicely
Yeah,
done.
nice shout out there as well to, of course, all the frontline workers. I don't know if any of you noticed the other day, but we had our EMS and Sarnia Fire Rescue and Sarnia PD and a whole bunch more do a nice drive-by to the hospital there and say hello to all of the frontline workers there at the hospital. So
I saw that.
Lots of people putting themselves on the line right now too. Thanks for that, Corey.
Yeah.
That's great.
Right on.
I'm just at home in my garage safe and sound with my guitar, so I don't need any thanks. But yeah, thanks to everyone out there that's just busting their bag and keeping this going for everybody.
I like it.
Yeah, I like him.
You're a nice
Yeah.
guy.
Have some Jägermeister with them. See how that goes.
I'm a professional. It's just for the camera. I'm a terrible human being off camera. But
You know, being locked in quarantine, I'm sure
Go
changes
up.
that a little bit, eh?
Yeah. Corey, thanks so much for that, buddy. And we appreciate you showing up here tonight. And I know you're taking a bit of time from family right now, too. So we appreciate that. You can stick around with us for a bit?
Good
sounds
job,
good.
Corey.
Do I got time for one more? Are we good?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Go do one more, and then we'll bring Paul on.
Sounds good.
Encore.
Okay, cool.
This is the one that started everything for me a couple years back. I was fortunate enough to get recognized by Sirius Radio and named top 3 in Central Canada for this song. And then we made it to the top 2 at Boots and Hearts a few years ago, and it was because of this little tune that I wrote in my basement about 4 or 5 years ago. So I'll finish off with this one. It's called "If I Could Fly Away, I'd Be Gone." Wasn't no picture scene. She wasn't no beauty queen. I couldn't leave her if I tried. I tried yesterday. But I was just a one-man show. And I was scared of which way to go. I couldn't stand to see my face. I saw her yesterday. If I could take this lonely heartache and pain, sew it all together, make a pair of wings. If I could fly away, I'd be gone. Break out the front door and just run. Head down the road so fast my feet would leave the ground. Will I fly away and never be found? That ain't the way life goes. The small town forgets what the big city knows. 'Cause life don't move that slow. Found out yesterday. And all these years keep rolling along. In my heart, I'm already gone. You won't ever see me cry. I was crying yesterday. If I could take this feeling deep down inside, sew it all together, let just fly away. Yeah, if I could fly away, I'd be gone. Break out the front door and just run. Head down the road so fast my feet leave the ground. I fly away and never be found. If I could take this lonely heartache and pain, sew it all together, make a pair of wings. Yeah. If I could fly away, I'd be gone. Break out the front door and just run. Head down the road so fast my feet leave the ground. Will I fly away, never be found? If I could fly away, I'd be gone. Break out the front door and just run. Head down the road so fast my feet they leave the ground. Will I fly away and never be found? Yeah, I fly away, but I can't because I gotta stay at home like every one of you should do. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, right on, Corey James Mitchell. Thanks you so much. I really, I take it back a little bit there. I remember Corey James and I met a few years ago, and he's talking about doing this music thing, and then you really jumped in with getting both feet wet, and I know your family supports you, and you've really taken it to a whole new level, buddy. And really proud of what you've done out there.
Yeah, I couldn't do it without family and friends. And like I said, my band, everyone's listening. Bo, hi, Bo and Brock and Cassandra, they're listening in the living room right now. So they're always my biggest support group. And my mom and dad are listening down in Port Lambton, everyone in Port Lambton. So I love Sarnia. I love Lambton County, this community. There's no better. We were talking about it before we came on the air. Anytime anything needs to get done or something needs supported, the people of Sarnia step up. I love this town. I love this community. I love the people.
Yeah.
So thanks for having me on, Dave. I appreciate it.
Oh, thanks for being here. We love you too. Corey James Mitchell, everybody. Yeah, another round of applause. Give it up for him out there. And I can hear the crowds out roaring in the street right now for Corey James Mitchell.
No, I did
for sure.
some crowd backing tracks or something.
Yeah, there you go. I didn't bring my little sound mixing board with me tonight. I'll have to keep that in mind. You can find CoreyJamesMitchellBand.com. You can find him there, of course, on Facebook as well, and also on Instagram. And again, thanks to Corey for showing up for that. He's going to stick around. You never know. We might get something more out of him later. And of course, tonight brought to you by the show with David Burrows and my friends at K106.3. And tonight we are supporting the United Way, and they support several local organizations. All money donated stays right here in the community when you donate to United Way. So theunitedway.on.ca is the place to do that tonight. All right. I know he's his fingers are itching because he's ready. Paul Knapp. I took him out there. He's back. Paul Knapp is ready to. No, I brought him back there. I'm self-producing. I'm a man. I'm trying to multitask. What can I say?
Hey, Dave, how's it going?
There, friend.
I'm doing good, Paul. How's things in your world?
Not too bad. Just mostly music stuff, and just keep time going by, and that's about it. I'm staying in and not going out, and trying to do as I'm told for once.
Right. I know it's tough for some of us, right? Yeah. Well, stay home and get the guitar, and you got the music. What kind of music we're going to hear from you tonight?
I'm gonna do all Canadian stuff, Dave.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I know. In that word Canadian, he's a big hip fan. He might even like this picture right here. Yeah, see my Gordy picture?
Yeah, I seen it earlier when you put it up.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
So I suspect we'll probably hear some of that from you, right?
Maybe. Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
You know me well, Dave.
Let's take it away and give it up for Paul Knapp here. Oh.
Here we go, Paul.
Hey, my rock and roll will never die. It's born to the picture, then miss the eye. Hey, my out of the blue and into the black. They give you this and you give for that. Once you're gone, you will never come back. When you're out of the blue into the black. But he's not forgotten. This is the story of a Johnny Rotten. It's better to win out than it is to lose. King is gone, but he's not forgotten. mind. Hey, hey. Rock and roll is here to stay. It's better to be now than to fade away. My mind, hey, hey. There's some Neil Young for you.
Right on, Neil Young. There's a guy.
That was great, Paul. One of my faves.
Thank you.
Are you a big Neil Young fan, Jules?
Well, I really enjoy listening to Paul play that song.
Nah.
So it's one of my faves that he plays. He plays many, but I'm sure he's going to play a couple more. But that's definitely one of my faves.
Yeah. What other faves do you like that he does?
Oh, you're trying to hook me into this little tragically hip thing you're on. I know what.
No. I would never try to.
Okay, he does do a pretty good tragically hip. He does a few of those.
Okay, I'll do that one right now, Jules. I'll do a hip tune. I'll do a hip tune right now.
Okay, do a hip tune.
Okay.
It worked.
Yay! See.
First soon we climb the tree, and baby then we talk. 4-6 silently, and listen to our thoughts. Losing the Sunday, casting the golden light. No dress rehearsal, this is our life. And that's when the hornets stung me, and I had a serious dream. With revenge and dough, tonight we smoke and out. You're ahead by century, you're ahead by century, you're ahead by century. Ooh. Here in the morning shroud, and then the day began. I tilted your arm, you tilted my hand. Rain falls a little time, straight fell through the night. No dress rehearsal, this is our life. And that's when the hornets stung me. I had a serious dream with revenge and love. Tonight we're smoke and out. You're ahead by a century, you're ahead by a century, you're ahead by a century. You're ahead by a century, you're ahead by a century, you're ahead by a century. And disappointment's getting me down. hip song, folks.
Well,
Thank you.
we all get.
Brava.
Oh,
Brava.
you got the thumb snapping. That's like.
Who's snapping their fingers?
Is that the hippie clap?
Well, you know
Who's doing that?
It's the coffee cafe.
Nice.
The coffee cafe, right?
And poetry.
So I was gonna say somebody was gonna tell us a poem now, right?
Yeah. Good little drum.
Well done, Paul. Always one of my faves.
Thank you.
What else
Okay.
you got for us? Another fave. What
Yeah, I'm gonna do a Dallas Green song.
Ooh.
Who's also Canadian. He's one of my
Nice.
favorite. One of my friends lost his mother to COVID. He said in 2 days she went from being normal and she passed away in 2 days. So this is for my friend. I fear I've died from complication due to things that I've left undone. I feel my debt will be left unpaid, feel like a cripple without a cane. I am a jack of all trades, who's a master of none. And there's my father, he's always looking on the bright side. Saying things like sunlight to stay down. And optimist, I am the world's poor pessimist. Getting burned sometimes, you skip on go. Ooh, I guess I'll take after my mother. Ooh, I guess I'll take after my mother. I used to be quite resilient, and the pain kind of beats on a rosary. And now the mood has begun to turn. Another lesson that has gone unlearned. This is not a cry for pity or for sympathy. Ooh, I guess I take after my mother. Ooh, I guess I take after my mother. Ooh, I guess I take after my mother.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
You're not
Nice.
one of the part
Thank you.
tonight, Paul. They're my favorites thus far. What have you got for
I
us?
can hear you with the rattle in the background.
It's not
Is
too loud, I hope.
No, I can hear it, but it was definitely nice. I can hear it though.
I was trying
Oh,
my
it's
best
perfect.
not to be too loud. I was
It's really
No,
weird.
no, it's all right.
Jamming online.
Cool.
Super weird.
What's that, Josh?
It's really weird playing with other musicians online together.
Yeah.
Weird.
Well,
I
I
think
go ahead, Jules.
I figured that, you know, I don't need
I
to
loved
be
it.
unmuted. That was on Dave.
Yeah, no, it sounded great. It's just
It's
like,
not like
I unmuted her and didn't tell her.
she's played Rattler for that song many times
Okay.
before.
Well, here's the thing, and here's the nice thing at the end of the day, like here we are having a good time. I know coming into this, and even last week, sound is a bit of a challenge in the live stream, just because of the way technology works. So for those of you watching, understand that there's limited equipment at certain ends, but live streaming it just doesn't play as nice as we'd like it to. But that being said, when you're playing, the musicians are playing, they're hearing themselves great, and we're hearing you guys sing, and I think people are singing along with this out there. We're just having a good time and goofing around and supporting the United Way for a good cause here as well, which is great. Supporting lots of organizations here in town. So I think it's great that you brought in the Shakers, and we'll give a shout out after this to a whole bunch of places that have open mic, and we'll talk to Paul more about that. But Paul, back to you, buddy. Take her away.
Right, thanks. Okay, I'm gonna keep on with the Canadian stuff, because I'm pretty proud of us so far. We got to tighten up a bit though. So I believe in all of us. So thank you to everyone that's doing more than they should be.
Right on, man.
You say that you're leaving, but that comes at it's back. You say the kind of like this feeling left behind. It's nothing new to me, but it's just like going home. It's kinda like the sunset that gets just so strong. Yeah, I guess it hasn't hit me yet. I fell through the cracks and I kinda lost my head. I feel transfixed under the streetlight. Watch the snow fall on the shore. Never thought this could happen like this, and it's gone. You got sick of the pattern, and I got lost in this song. Yeah, I guess it hasn't hit me yet. I fell through the cracks and I kinda lost my head. I feel transfixed under the streetlight. Watch the snow fall in the cool November night. I really let you get out of yeah, I just see things in this. I fell through the cracks and down and lost my head. I see a chance to thunder. Watch the snow fall in the cold. Hello.
Yeah, right on, man.
Little blue rodeo for you. Thank
Yeah,
you.
cool stuff. Blue Rodeo, man. I'll tell you a story. 26 years ago, I was out in St. John, New Brunswick. St. John, New Brunswick.
Great place. Great place.
Oh, it's beautiful. And another time in my life, a girl I was dating lived out there in Fredericton, New Brunswick, and we went, and her parents had a cottage in St. John, New Brunswick, and we were sitting around the fire one night with a bunch of us, and this guy pulls out a guitar and starts playing, and I look over, and you'll never guess who it was. Jim Cuddy. Sitting 3 down from me playing. Yeah, it was fantastic. So that's a memory I'll never forget. So Blue Rodeo, awesome. What else you got for us, Paul?
I'm gonna do one more. I'm gonna end it with some Sam Roberts.
Oh, nice. Right on. Paul Knapp, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go.
Thank you. And this is Brother Down. So maybe sort of fitting. You got someone brother or sister down. One life away, but it's you and your right to see. Just a brother down, but it's up to the moon. Everyone cares, but it's long to choose. The only way to get to life on the street. Life on the street. Someone else telling you what you're living for. Nothing but that, I know what you're for. You know what you can hear when you close the door. Looking for you, and I let you in your world. I think my life is passing me by, but I think my life is passing me by. Thinking all that, thinking all see what you do. Looking something back, looking something back. There's a man over there, there's something in me. And I got secret fantasy. A rich man trying to get money's time upon his mind. You know he used to climb. You know he used to climb. There's a man over there, there's something in me. And I got secret fantasy. But I think my life is passing me by. But I think my life is passing me by. One life to live, you and the put it down, but it's not true. The rich man's trying, give his mother's time. The poor man's trying, give his mother's blind. No easy blind. He's a man on the road, there's something to do. The rich man's trying, his mother's side. The poor man's trying, give his mother's blind. No easy blind. I think my life is passing me by. But I think my life is passing me by. I think my life is passing me by.
Oh yeah, nice, Sam Roberts.
Thank you, guys. Thank you very much.
Sam Roberts, have you ever seen him live?
Yeah, he played here.
Yeah, he's played here a couple of times.
Unfortunately, my memory isn't the best, but I saw him in Sarnia. I just I forget where. I think I might have seen him at the station.
Yeah, he was here at the station a couple of times. And he was here for, it was K106.3's birthday party a few years back, their birthday bash. They had him on here. And
if you haven't seen, there's a clip going around. It's sort of viral-ish. It's him, and I believe it's two of his, I don't know if it's his children or it's definitely family members, two of his daughters or something that are playing the fiddle, and another child is playing on the piano. And they're doing we're all in this together.
Oh,
and
nice.
If you haven't seen it yet, just look it up. It's everywhere, and it's fantastic.
All right. Well, I'll tell you, and I can tell you too, I had the privilege of meeting and talking with Sam Roberts a few years ago. He is a super, super intelligent guy, and he has a photographic memory, like for real.
Yeah.
So he's just an amazing guy all around. Paul Knapp, ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause out there. Let's hear you out there watching us and listening to us. Paul, you're a really talented guy. And Jules, how do you guys know each other from the open mics and stuff? Is that right, Jules?
We met each other a long, long time ago, yes, at a jam circle at a little pub called Bottoms Up in Point Edward.
Oh, wow, nice.
Yeah, shout out.
Thursday. That's where Thursday is.
Yeah,
right
now this is our fix, eh, Paul? We're used to jamming in a circle around there, but
yeah, and then we've jammed in a couple garages and a couple other places and here and there.
I think you've been in here, haven't you?
Your garage?
Yeah.
Oh yes, I absolutely have. I've actually, yes, I was in there a couple times.
It's a fun place to jam in here.
Yeah, it is. It's a fun place. It's a nice little place to listen and play some music.
So yes, Paul and I have known each other for a bit. He's one of my music friends. He's pretty cool. He's a cool cat.
On.
Thank you.
Well, and I want to give a shout out to you, Paul, too, because I know I've lived in Sarnia all my life, and I've seen the music industry kind of go like this for the longest time. And then, one of the things you've been instrumental in, I think, in my opinion, is kind of bringing back to life open mics in this area before all of this happened. I know different places, like I see a lot of places have it, like Village Gardens, Bottoms Up, Ups and Downs, and Dempsey's, I think, right?
Yeah, that's right. And you know what? I like going there, and you never see you never know what you're going to see when you go there, right? You could. Yeah. I've been to open mic up at Ups and Downs, and a fella came from. He was visiting from Japan. He was a Canadian,
nice.
But he was there, and he played for about a month, like every Sunday, and it was unbelievable, right? Yeah. So I just go and I support them because you've seen the people that have come out of these things, like Beer Store Money and River, right? And River and things like that. And that's where stuff happens, and people meet at these things, and all of a sudden there's the chain of local musicians. Just it gets bigger, but the chain is connected now. You know what I mean? People meet each other at these things, and all of a sudden you got a 15-man jam circle in the backyard a week later, right? And sprouts from there, you know?
Yeah, no, it's a great networking. It's a great way to network. Even sometimes I know I've been at ups and downs, and even going back years ago, I first met John Wing Jr. there, the comedian, right? You know, he's also very talented. And I remember being at ups and downs one night, and it was like John Wing Jr. showed up. Cloud Chason was there. Mark Blaney was there. Billy Heater. Ronnie Fred.
Oh,
boy,
wow.
I'm like those guys were old back then.
Yeah.
I'm really dating myself,
that's
right?
crazy.
But yeah,
See,
you never
like,
know
yeah,
what's going to come out of there.
Yeah, you just run into them, and like, you know, like Rick Steves on Sunday night, and and they're, you know, there's pretty much one every night, and everyone sort of knows it, and everyone sort of supports the circle of musicians, and everyone, and you know what I mean? It just sort of filters on to everybody else, and then different groups get formed, and then you know, and it's like that. It's like the quarantine sessions on Facebook. You know, in a week it went from, you know, like 900 to now I think it's at 11,000, and it's probably gonna be 12,000 by the time I wake up tomorrow. It'll probably be 12,000.
Yeah,
and that was done locally by Mr. Churchill and Kevin KJ Churchill, and them guys just went crazy. I love it because
actually I'm happy to say I connected with Kevin Churchill, and we're going to be doing a live interview tomorrow with him, 5:30 p.m. Tomorrow on my show page. So we'll hear how that came about for him. And yeah, it's fantastic. Paul, thanks to you, and thanks for all you've done in the music community, and really enjoy having you here. I hope you can stick around. If not, we understand, but try to stay.
Well, I'll be sticking around. But I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who's doing their part and more. And I'm trying my best. So, you know, I'm giving kudos to, you know, all the transport people, the train industry, the truck industry, everyone that's still serving coffee and, you know, and stuff that we don't really necessarily need. We don't really need it, but they're still doing it for us. And everyone that's doing the medical stuff and everything else. Yeah. So wash your hands, be safe, and behave, and do as you're told.
Behave and do as you're told. It's the do as you're told part, I think, is a big tough one. But
my mom asked me every single day, "You wash your hands, wash your hands." So
I hear you.
Thank you. Thanks
Dave. Again. All right, Paul Knapp, once again, ladies and gentlemen, really appreciate him.
Good to see you, brother.
Yeah, we've got people watching from all over the place. Wherever you're watching from, folks, take the time and say hello in the comments. And if you wouldn't mind, just tell us where you're watching from. Sarnia, London, we got Calgary, wherever you're watching from, put it in the comments. And also, we want to give a shout out to the United Way of Sarnia Lambton for their compassion fund that they're supporting. Many, they're getting some support from the government as well, but it's still not enough. If you want to donate to them, here, I'm trying to multitask. Where is it? Go to theunitedway.on.ca and make your donation. I know it's tough times, but we really do got to dig down deep, and we got to make sacrifices to help each other out so that collectively as a community, we're going to come out of this. So speaking of community, we're back into the music community, and Josh Dowse is coming up next. Josh. I was introduced. Jules, you take this one on because you introduced me to Josh.
I met Josh at one of my open mics. Hey, Josh?
Yeah, that was.
That's right. I hosted an open mic at Lizards, and Josh came out, and my favorite. Well, you did so much.
I was playing with friends at that time.
You were playing with a guy that he was playing some bass.
Yeah,
and you did some Depeche Mode.
Yeah, and then my brother played cajon for us.
Yes.
They come out sometimes, and then I'll play by myself sometimes.
Yes, but I've also seen you at a couple open mics that I've been at, just hanging out. So I told Dave that I suggested you to Dave. So
she strongly suggested.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Okay, we were talking, and I was like, you know what? I like this guy. He's got a good sound. He's got a funky groove about him. So you got good juju.
Cool.
Bring on your juju, brother.
All right, no pressure.
No pressure.
All right, and Aunt Frances is saying hello all the way from Calgary. Frances, how you doing? Hope you're keeping
well. My mom's watching too. Hi, Mom. And all my friends.
Hey, you're a celebrity, brother.
Nothing wrong with that. All right, let's take it away, Josh. What do you got for us?
All right, I just got some fun tunes for everybody, so we'll start it off a warm up. Hello, everybody. first part of the journey, I was looking at all the life. There were plants and birds and rocks and things. There was sand and hills and rings. The first thing I met was a fly with a buzz and the sky with no clouds. The heat was hot and the ground was dry, but the air was full of sounds. See, I've been through the desert on a horse with no name. It felt good to be out of the rain. In the desert, you can't remember your name, 'cause there ain't no one there to give you no pain. After 2 days in the desert sun, my skin began to turn red. After 3 days in the desert fun, I was looking at a riverbed. And the story it told about a river that flowed made me sad to think it was dead. See, I've been through the desert on a horse with no name. It felt good to be out of the rain. In the desert, you can't remember your name, 'cause there ain't no one there to give you no pain. La la, la 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 la. La 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 la. After 9 days, I let the horse run free, 'cause the desert had turned to sea. There were plants and birds and rocks and things. There was sand and hills and rings. The ocean is a desert with its life underground and the perfect skies above. Under the cities lies a heart made of ground, but the humans will give no love. See, I've been through the desert on a horse with no name. It felt good to be out of the rain. In the desert, you can't remember your name, 'cause there ain't no one there to give you no pain. La 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 la. La 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 la.
Oh yeah, very nice, very nice.
Cool. All good.
Oh yeah, and
Like
you know, America was just down in Windsor just before all of this happened at the Windsor Casino. My wife actually, I couldn't go. I was kind of bummed out, and she said they were fantastic. But how do you know that song? Because you're not that old.
I'm
Yeah, Josh,
mostly
do
deceiving.
tell.
You're what?
I'm actually not that old. I'm only 30, but I'm an old soul.
There you go.
There you
That's
I got some
cool.
older ones for you.
There's been some family influence there, I think.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Both my parents love music, so they've shown me it's like everything. Yeah, my dad
Awesome.
collects vinyl too, so that was a big influence too, right?
Your dad, what? Sorry.
My dad collects vinyl, so
Oh, is that right?
Nice.
Nice.
yeah.
Do they play guitar or anything?
Nope.
You're the leader of the band there, are you?
My stepdad taught me how to play guitar.
Nice. Well, shout out to stepdad. There you go.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, keep her going, man.
Okay, sure. Now here you go again, you say you want your freedom. Well, who am I to keep you down? It's only right that you should play the way you feel it. Listen carefully to the sound of loneliness stillness like a heartbeat drives you mad. And the stillness of remembering what you had and what you lost and what you had and what you lost. Oh, thunder only happens when it's raining. Players only love you when they're playing. Said women, they will come and they will go. When the rain washes you clean, you'll know. You will know. Now here I go again, I see the crystal vision. I keep my visions to myself. It's only me who wants to wrap around your finger. Have you any dreams you'd like to sell? Dreams of loneliness like a heartbeat drives you mad. And the stillness of remembering what you had and what you lost and what you had and what you lost. Oh, thunder only happens when it's raining. Players only love you when they're playing. Said women, they will come and they will go. When the rain washes you clean, you'll know. You will know. Oh, you'll know.
Nice. I like the snapping thing.
Yeah.
I'm going with the snaps. Well done. Okay, Fleetwood Mac, done by a dude.
Name that
That's
tune.
all.
Yeah, really, eh?
That was great. I loved it.
Cool.
I want
All right,
to
let's do another one.
hear it at an open mic tonight, live.
Keep us going, man. Right on.
Okay, I'll keep going here. The next song I'm gonna play.
Hi, Jules.
It was my first quarantine song, and I got some pretty good feedback from it, so I'll just play it for the show.
Yeah, right on. Do it.
Okay.
You know it. Sing along.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Love me 2 times, baby. Love me twice today. Love me 2 times, girl. And I'm blown away. Love me 2 times, girl. 1 for tomorrow, 1 just for today. Love me 2 times, and I'm blown away. Love me 1 time, baby. I could not speak. Love me 1 time, girl. Yeah, my knees got weak. Love me 2 times, girl. Will last me all through the week. Love me 2 times, and I'm blown away. Love me 2 times, and I'm blown away. All right now. Love me 1 time, baby. could not speak. Love me one time, girl. Yeah, my knees got weak. Love me 2 times, baby. Will last me all through the week. Love me 2 times, and I'm blown away. Oh, love me 2 times, and I'm blown away. Love me 2 times, girl. Love me twice today. Love me 2 times, baby. But I'm blown away. Love me 2 times, girl. 1 for tomorrow and 1 just for today. Love me 2 times and I'm blown away. Love me 2 times and I'm blown away. Oh, love me 2 times and I'm blown away.
Man, awesome.
Yeah.
Nicely
Oh, yeah.
done.
I never hear people play Doors. I love Doors.
That was.
I know. You know what I always liked about the Doors was just besides the style, but the organ that they often put in.
Oh,
That type of organ, that was like a
Rayman
trademark for them.
Next level.
That's what I like about the Sheepdogs too. They have that organ
Yeah.
onto that. That's why I like that band.
Cool.
Yeah.
Right on.
All right, another one.
What's next? Yeah, absolutely.
I'll do a more modern one. This is by Queens of the Stone Age.
Oh, here we go.
Okay. Intrigued.
Just give me a sec here. Sat by the ocean and drank a potion, baby, to erase you. Face down in the boulevard, yeah, I couldn't face you. Ain't no use in crying, it doesn't change anything. So baby, what good does it do? Your friends, they all sympathize, baby, I don't need them to. Imagine I'd be your one and only instead of the lonely one. You and me and the light. Silence is closer with passing ships in the night. They don't run away. Say, boy, if you want love, you'll have to go and find it with someone new. Do you know who you really are? You sure it's really you? Lies are a funny thing. They slip through your fingertips because they never happened to you. Time wounds all the heals as we fade out of view. Imagine I'd be your one and only instead of the lonely one. You and me and the light. Silence is closer with passing ships in the night. You and me and the light. Silence is closer with passing ships in the night. Empty and blind, ocean ships in the night.
That's
Okay.
awesome. That's not one you hear somebody play that often.
Yeah, it's
That was really fun.
That's so cool.
Guitar.
I can't wait.
You can get it. Don't worry.
I can't wait to start learning to play guitar. I don't know if you heard earlier, but my daughter's going to try to teach me.
One.
What's that?
That America song. That's a good one to learn.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, you mean I don't start with bam 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 bam.
No.
You don't start with that?
No. You know why? Not on this show.
Unless you're a bassist.
Yeah, right. That was the first one my daughter learned, but she was 10. So
yeah, that's a good one. The
yeah,
first one was.
Oh wow, pressure's on.
Nice guitar work there.
Yeah, that's when you learn like fundamentals like that, everything's it's
just
fun.
easy. Oh,
yeah,
well,
it's
well, for learning to play guitar, I really couldn't pick a better time to do it, right? Like at home. Like I'm a busy guy anyway still, but I think I got time. I got one in the closet dusting it off. So when all this passes by, I just may show up at an open mic and blow your minds.
You're going to emerge a superstar.
That's right. Yeah, right. I don't know. If I can get 4 chords down and not hurt my fingers, then strum along. I'll be happy with that.
That's kind of what you guys were talking about, the open mics. That's kind of what I like about them is Paul was saying, like, you go there and there's guys you meet from all over the place that will just hang out for a month doing it. And then, maybe someone shows up, and even if you don't have a guitar, sometimes someone will lend you one and then they play and you're just like, wow, like they just blow you away. And like, it's one of the coolest things about open mics, I think.
100%. Couldn't agree with you more on that. I often just sit back and observe when I go to the open mics, and I watch I'm a room watcher, right? And I was like, look at this. You can just see it, and there's like a nice vibe in there. It doesn't matter where you go and do it. There's a nice vibe in the room. I've always wanted to learn to play that. What's the box called that you sit on and like a drum?
Cajon.
Cajon, right.
Right
Cajon, nice cajon.
Yeah,
that thing. I might try that, but I can't walk and chew gum at the same time, so I don't know if I'll probably try with the guitar first. All right, Josh, give us another one, and then is this your last one?
Sure. Yep.
Okay, cool.
This one I've only played like a couple times, but it's kind of appropriate. It's called "Nothing But Flowers" by the Talking Heads.
All right,
and it's all about nature overgrowing us after we're gone and stuff.
Right. I love your eclectic choice of music tonight.
Me too.
Thank you.
Right on.
All right.
Here's Josh Dow's, everybody.
Here we stand, like an Adam and an Eve. Waterfalls, Garden of Eden, 2 fools in love, so beautiful and strong. The birds in the trees are smiling upon them. From the age of dinosaurs, cars have run on gasoline. Where have they gone now? There's nothing but flowers. There was a factory, now we're all mountains and rivers. You got it, we caught a rattlesnake, now we've got something for dinner. You got it, there was a shopping mall, now it's all covered with daisies. You got it, if this is paradise, I wish I had a lawnmower. You got it, Years ago, I was an angry young man. I'd pretend that I was a billboard standing tall by the side of the road, and I fell in love with the beautiful highway. This used to be real estate, now it's only fields and trees. Where have the town now? There's nothing but flowers, the highways and cars was sacrificed for the agriculture. I thought we'd start all over, but I guess I was wrong. Hey, don't say we're parking lots, now it's a peaceful oasis. You got it, I miss the honky-tonk, it's all covered in daisies. You got it, I miss the honky-tonk, Dairy Queens and 7-Elevens. You got it, and as things fell apart, nobody paid much attention. You got it. I miss the sorry, what? I dream of cherry pies, candy bars, and chocolate chip cookies. You got it. This was a discount store, now it's all turned into a cornfield. You got it. Don't leave me stranded here. I can't get used to this lifestyle.
Oh wow, man, you got lots of energy.
More energy than me, brother. More energy than me.
I usually sing that low. So I was going for it.
Always a pleasure to listen
Thanks.
to.
I'm glad you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah, well, and thanks to Jules for introducing me to you, and I appreciate you coming along. I know some of your family too, and it's a small world, right?
Yep. Yeah, I have a lot of family.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. So, Josh, moving on from this, Josh, what's life looking for you right now?
Well, I'm just keeping busy playing guitar. I'm also an artist, so I've been doing a lot of painting and drawing and stuff. I think I stopped work like 2 weeks ago, and I mean, there's a lot more people worse off than I am, so I have nothing to complain about.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, but like I saw like things on the internet where people are like, oh, I like play video games, so I was like made for this. Well, like artists are like that too. Like we just stay home and paint, so it's pretty normal. I can't go to my favorite restaurant, but who cares?
Yeah. Well, kind of. I don't know about you. Like, I've always been one to. I'm kind of a preacher when it says, like appreciate what you have and be grateful and all that. But even those of us that talk that way all the time, we still got a bit of a whoa. Wait a minute. Like here we are, and I'm pretty fortunate. I mean, this is my domain here, and I live stream on Twitch too, right? And I'm seeing live streamers on Twitch that I haven't seen in like 2 years. People showing up live streaming. Who'd have thought that had ever been a thing? Just saying.
What is this Twitch thing you speak of?
Oh, you don't know what Twitch is?
No.
I'm Jules, I love you so much. I want to just give you a big hug for helping me out, but I'm not sure that you can handle any more techie for a day. No. Twitch is a live streaming platform that was originally created for gamers to live stream when they play video games.
Okay.
And it has since turned into about 2 years ago, actually. Twitch opened up the doors and they created all these different categories. One of them being music performing and art and any politics, any category.
So is it
and
like
you know,
Twitter?
no.
I'm sorry, I don't even tweet. I just know the president of the United States.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm really sorry that I did not read Jules's resume before we brought her on as co-host. I just thought the smile and the energy would have been enough.
If there's any consolation, I have no idea what that is either.
There you go.
I'm very granola. I can't help it.
Oh, like a Nintendo Twitch.
I know Nintendo.
Right. No, that's Switch. That's Switch, not Twitch. Okay. There you go. I'm going to create some YouTube video tutorials for you two. Right on. Kelly's suggesting I start with Old Town Road. Yeah, right. Francis says, right on. Play. Oh, he wanted to hear Play Old Man Fear. What else we got here? Best artist. Me either. Oh, nobody else knows what Twitch is. Okay, well.
Thank you.
Okay.
Hi, Teresa, and thank
okay.
you.
So I'm gonna educate some of you right now. Twitch. Okay, I'm gonna put it in the comments here. Shameless self-promotion. Go to my Twitch channel.
Okay. Twitch channel, probably.
Okay, there you go. And we'll talk about it. We do have some folks watching. I think Kelly's watching on YouTube as well. Appreciate that. And wow, look at all the people just showing up here to say hello. My friend Ryan Worsler, I miss you, buddy. Hope you're doing well.
Hey, Ryan.
And this is fantastic to be here to support the United Way. And you can go online to theunitedway.on.ca to support things. Josh, thank you so much, buddy. If you can stick around, that's great. And
Thanks,
hopefully we'll get a chance to meet in person sometime at an open mic.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I see you around.
Yeah, I know. I'm a bit of a social tramp. I get around.
I'm about a I go all around.
He does get around.
Okay, look, not like that.
I think you're the only one that's got like a medium to still work other than the essential workers in the world. You're the internet god.
Cool.
I've been charging people to pet my dog. I go, if you want to pet my dog, it's $5.
What's that about your dog?
That's how I'm making money. I just charge people to pet my dog.
Oh.
My goodness.
What kind of dog?
He's like a small. 1 second.
I want to see your dog.
Oh, here comes the dog.
Trevor, will be just 1 second. It's a dog thing. I can't help it. Oh, what's your dog's name?
This is Hamish.
Hamish.
Yeah.
Hamish is a cool dog.
He just chills while I mess around. Yeah, he's a cool dog. Yeah.
Well, Josh, it was great seeing you. Thank you
This
for
is like
participating. That
You
was
want to see
fun.
my fridge?
Right on.
All right. Thanks for having me.
Thanks again, Josh. Appreciate you, and
Don't
stay
go
safe,
anywhere.
buddy.
You gotta
Okay,
dance
I'll
in
hang
the
out.
background.
Yeah, stick around. Okay, Trevor Wagner. Let's go on to you, buddy. You're like the last but not least here.
Yeah.
And how about, was it 3 years ago or 4 years ago when you and I met?
It would have been 3 years because I started playing 2 before that.
Yeah, right.
Oh.
And actually, Trevor's an interesting story. When I first met him, I forget how we got connected. I think he reached out to me maybe or something, and then I had you at Captain Kid Days and some Rib Fests playing. And Trevor was actually a gamer that got tired of playing video games and taught himself to play the guitar.
Right on.
I see that.
Would you like to talk to my son?
Do you play any video games at all anymore?
Oh yeah, big time, especially now.
Yeah. So you know what Twitch is?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Wow.
That's awesome. Trevor, what are you going to do for us, buddy? Let's get you started.
I'm gonna do quite a range here. I'm gonna do some Beatles, like old-fashioned classic. Going to do some originals. Yeah, I got a little mix here. I seen Paul wants me to play "Old Man" by Neil Young, so I might throw that in there. Didn't plan on it, but
okay.
We'll have mine too.
Sounds good. Sounds good. All right, let's take it.
Brother.
All right.
Cool. Take her away, Trevor.
All right. This first one is, I thought it'd be a good song to start it off. It's about joy and hope, reflecting and It was one of my first good tunes to play. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. Little darling, it's been a long, cold, lonely winter. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been clear. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. Little darling, the smiles turn into their faces. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun, here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. Sun, 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 here it comes. Sun, 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 here it comes. Oh, sun, 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 here it comes. Sun, 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 here it comes. Darling, I feel that ice is slowly melting. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been clear. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, and I say it's alright.
Yeah. I think that was one of the first songs I ever heard you play, actually.
I was going to say that. That was the first song I played for you.
Yeah, I love that song. I love the Beatles. That's one of my favorites by them.
I'd like to add.
Go ahead, Josh.
Dave, growing your hair out like that helps your guitar playing. So if
it really does. Scientific.
Well,
I have hair exactly like you, man. It's awesome.
I got a long ways to go.
That was awesome. So great.
My hair grows thick too. It doesn't grow long. I had an afro in high school.
Yeah.
The afro.
What's that, Jules?
I remember the afro.
You remember my afro? Yeah.
Yeah,
How do you, Francis? You remember the afro?
I remember the afro on Mr. Burrows.
Oh yeah, Francis would remember the Francis. You know what? She used to call me Doofus. That was her nickname for me. It was kind of a I don't know, oxymoron. It was an expression of love. Hey, Doofus. I'd walk in, she'd go, "Hey, Doofus." Oh yeah, I love you too. All right, Trevor, what do you got next for us, buddy?
All right, this song I actually learned yesterday. It's a Mac DeMarco song, if you know him. It's
okay.
Very peaceful. It's all about love, and it's very happy. It's
nice.
Picking those happy songs for this kind of time.
Right on. All you need is love.
Yeah, can't go wrong with love. All right. Never meant to make her cry. Now I'm seeing tears in her eyes. Half and half and make believe. So she thought that my heart was on my sleeve. Oh, honey, I cried too. Better believe it. Oh, honey, my heart still beats for you, even though you don't feel it. Beat it. Never thought some silly songs could go ever out and hurt someone. Never meant to sing my tune for anybody else out there but you. Honey, I cried too, even though you don't see it. Honey, my heart still beats for you, even though you don't feel it. Oh, honey, I cried too. Better believe it. Last time. Honey, my heart still beats for you, even though you don't feel it. Beat it. Yeah, thank you. God, thank you.
Well done.
There you go.
Brother. That was really very nice. Great
Thank
guitar
you.
work. How long have you been playing?
Going on 5 years now.
Very nice. You've got a great style. I like it.
Thank
Very
you.
nice.
I appreciate
Good
it.
juju. Very cool.
You got the
All right.
Jules. Hey, you got the Jules approval, man.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I
Make
don't know
a
how
big
much that
league.
means, but hey.
Well, I gotta hand it the
Feel
looper
your groove,
pedal.
brother.
I was using one too. They're tricky to use. Like I don't have the greatest tempo, and the looper pedals you need good tempo for that. So that's
Very nice.
another fundamental for you, Dave.
I'm writing it down.
Here you go, tempo.
Putting all this pressure on me.
Tempo looper pedal distortion, just hiding.
Learning curve, Dave. Get used
I'll
to
be
it.
lucky if
I'm
I can
ready.
remember. What do I got to learn? A, E, C, and G?
Just get a cool guitar, get a cool looking
Yeah,
guitar.
that's all there is to it.
Oh, okay.
And the hair.
Yeah, the hair.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I can wear I got Rockstar t-shirts I can wear. Maybe that'll help me too. All right, Trevor, what do you got next for us, buddy?
I'll play you a tune that I wrote just a couple months ago. I had a surgery and I kept tapping. I was in the bed. I just kept tapping this little beat, and then I got out of the hospital and 2 hours wrote the song in its whole entirety.
Awesome. Those are the best ones, I think.
Oh yeah. All right.
What's it called?
This is called Time Wasted because I wasted so much time in the hospital.
Perfect. Well, let's waste some more time here right now. Here's
Yeah.
Trevor Wagner.
skies. I can't see straight, I can't sit still, or I would. And oh, I gave my name, I lost my age, all the time surely passed me by. All the time surely passed me by. And I fall, and I fall, fall, and I fall away. And I fall, and I fall, fall, and I fall away. Fall, and I fall, fall, and I fall away. Fall, and I fall, fall, and I fall away. I took my chance, I took the fall. More time wasted, was no time at all. You looked at me, I looked at you, with a face we know exactly what to do. With a face we know exactly what to do. And I fall, and I fall, fall, and I fall right. And I fall, and I fall, fall, and I fall away. Fall, and I fall, fall, and I fall away. And I fall, and I fall, fall, and I fall away.
Wow.
Thank you.
You wrote
Super.
that?
You wrote that? Yeah, right.
Yeah, I wrote that in a matter of like 3 days when the time was right.
That was cool. That was
Have you laid down that on a track somewhere, like Spotify or what the heck?
I haven't made enough songs to make a track, but I get recordings and I play it at bars everywhere.
Wow, you got to put that down, man. And you got to get that out somewhere. I mean, I'm no big agent or anything, but I think that was amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah. Where does your the cliche question, Trevor? Where does your influence come from in your music?
Well, it started with classic rock, like Neil Young and all that kind of music. But when I really took off with that finger picking music, it was a buddy of mine, actually. I met him, Eddie Sayers, and I learned his one song will be my last song. And when I learned this song and completely got that song down, that's when I could finger pick.
I was wondering if you knew him.
Impressive.
He's one of my good buddies, yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Trevor,
And I hear a little bit of Beatles in there too. Sorry, Jules, go ahead.
Big time.
I do have a question. Your finger picking. Do you have nails?
I have nubs. I bite my nails, actually. I have no fingernails.
Because you've got a pretty good sound coming from your strings for just without using nails. Like
I do also have a little like amplifier here.
oh, you're cheating.
Yeah.
And it sounds really nice.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Jules, yeah, you're right. Usually you see like guys and they got like a pinky nail
Like
this long. And
Those-
you know,
I
yeah.
can't.
Like, how the heck do you make it sound so nice?
You learn. You get that
I'm
clear.
impressed. Very nice.
Wow, all this press. I'm not. Forget the guitar. I'm just gonna stick to being a
Forget
talk show host.
No.
I'm not a quitter, but I know when I'm beat. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, you're not being.
I know. Trevor, how many have you got more? How many more have you got for us?
Oh, how many more can I play? I go all night.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. Give us two more, and then because we got a performance coming from our co-host Jules and Ryan Werschler. When we were talking about my afro, asked for some pictures. I've got some pictures I dug out of the closet that we'll show at the end.
Nice.
And yeah, get ready to clip that, folks. Trevor, back to you, buddy.
I'll play my my other song I wrote, and then I'll play that Bird in a Cage Eddie Sayers song.
Cool.
Just gotta double check. All right. This song I wrote when I was like 17, maybe. It was my first song I ever wrote. And I had to call it Simple Seasons because it was so complex and I had to simplify it because you'll hear it and then just know it was a total different story. Alrighty. My head's spinning. And it doesn't seem like it's coming back. Oh, I keep on thinking that these seasons never cut me slack. I keep on dreaming that a gleaming world will come. Oh, and I can see it. It's in my heart, like a blazing sun. Until y'all can get along, I wanna be down these four walls. But I still can't see the light of day. I wanna be to you and me and hold my hand. To know you won't let go. I'm tired of this crusade. And baby, I know I'm meant to be that same as they were. Time will change you. Working for others, but not yourself. And I can see you doing what you love for a while. Chasing my shadow. Is it really chasing me? Oh, the years are changing. Is this how I'm really supposed to be? Until y'all can get along, I wanna be here, take down these four walls. But I still can't see the light of day. I wanna be here to you and me and hold my hand. To know you won't let go. I'm turning wicked thoughts into fate. And baby, I feel my bones when I say I'm like a bird in a cage.
Yeah, right on, man. Man, you're really talented, man. All of you are really talented, but each one of you's just got your own sound going on. You're fantastic.
I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah,
I love this thing, like hearing different musicians and just on the same screen. This is awesome. I like it a lot.
Right on. Well, I appreciate you being a part of it.
Just like you said, Dave, I can't get over the different styles, eh?
Yeah.
So many. So many. It's different personalities. You can feel them coming through the guitar. It's great.
All right, I'm going to do one little tune down, then I'll play this last tune for you.
Cool. Right on. Well, for those of you who are watching and been watching with us for most of the time, I see a lot of you out there. Let's give a shout out here to our friend Kelly Shade, who is watching on YouTube, actually. Thanks for that, Kelly. Love having you watch here on Facebook, but if you do watch on YouTube, it's actually you can watch in 1080p as opposed to 720p here on Facebook. But you know,
you can see all your zips.
That's right. Yeah, you can see this right at the end of my nose here. Yeah, we haven't even 4K. Like, look out 4K, right?
I feel so lucky.
Love all the comments coming in. Keep the comments coming in. After Trevor's done, a very special guest is going to play a song for you.
All right. All right. My buddy Eddie, and a lot of people know this song. When this was a song I overplayed big time, but it's a special one now. It really hits me in the heart.
We've all got our go-to songs, so take it away.
This is my go-to, all reliable. All right.
Oh.
My long hair, 'cause I ain't no free spirit. God, I said it's alright for a pretty girl to hear it. A lonely tree is a lot like me. Oh, falling apart, leaf by leaf. Oh. I'm a bird, yeah. You're a bird in a cage. Mama said so. Hey, you're a blank page. Hoping that the city's gonna take me back. After all the smack I talk, I'm always so quick to hate. Running in circles, I'm always so messed up. I never thought that I could find someone else to relate. Lean out, but it's sad to say he's gonna figure out Asian on me. Running circles with no place to go. When I stop, no one knows no harm. I'm a bird, yeah. You're a bird in a cage.
said so. Baby, you're a blank page. Hoping that you're gonna take me back after all the smack I talk. I'm always so quick to hate. Running in circles, I'm always so messed up. I never thought that I could find someone else to relate. I'm a bird and you're a bird.
Oh, I got you. You got to unmute yourself, Josh. Can't hear you.
That was great.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's good coverage.
Well, a great way to finish that off for your set there. Ladies and gentlemen, clap nice and loud. Trevor Wagner once again joining us here. And, man, the talent. Love it. Great to see you, Trevor. It's been a while since we've connected. So I appreciated you reaching out to me and going, hey, I want to be on that show, man. That's cool.
Awesome.
I'm glad you reached out there, friend. I can't wait to see you out and about.
Yeah, me too. I can't wait to be out and about again.
Well, once we get out and about.
Yeah.
Hang tough. It's far from over. I unfortunately have to tell you, I don't know if you saw Doug Ford talking today, but they're very transparent about where this is headed. And unfortunately, folks, they're expecting about 80,000 people to be infected and about 1,600 to pass, unfortunately, by the end of April. So that's the seriousness of where we're at. So I'm just going to give you my quick speech, everybody. If you're not staying home, you need to stay home. I get it. You got to go get groceries, but you got it. No Walmart, Jules. I mean, and I get the media releases every day, and I get a little bit of insight on this. I'm telling you, you got to take this stuff seriously. Okay, so stay home, everybody, and be safe. Trevor Wagner, thanks so much for you again, buddy, and stay in touch for sure.
I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, I will be. Get a hold of me if you need me.
Absolutely.
Don't go anywhere, brother.
Stick around with us, man. I'm sure we'll be doing this again next Friday, so I'm relying on you guys to connect me with some other musicians that I may not know. So we'll do that. Now, the one that was at first from the inaugural performance of Friday Night Music Fever, and now is taken over as my co-host, Jules. Good to have you here. That's all right. I need to be put in my place once in a while.
I'm going to tell you, the one thing is, at least I'm not bored. You're keeping me from boredom.
Oh, okay.
Are you entertained?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to do this for you, Mr. Burrows.
Oh, Mr. Burrows. She always calls me that.
I know. It's because I'm respectful of my elders. So
I've always wow. Holy. I've always said I've always said my friends stab in the front, everybody else stabs in the back, right? So
I won't stab you. I'm a nice girl.
It's okay. If you're stabbing in the front, it means you're a friend.
Okay. I'm gonna play this for you. Hopefully it tells me if it sounds all right, because I'm not using my pick.
Yeah, we need some volume. There we go.
Is that loud enough?
Yeah. Strum loud.
All right. Pembroke Blues, Symphony 3. From Millhaven, Maximus Purity. 12 pictures lined up across the front page. Seems man has had a summertime all away. She told the people, got nothing to fear. Last thing they want to do is hang around here. Mostly came from town with one French name. But one of the dozen was a hometown shame. Same pattern on the table, same clock on the wall. Been one seat empty, 18 years and all. Freezing slow time away from this world. He's 38 years old, never kissed a girl. He's 38 years old, never kissed a girl. Sitting at the table, we heard the phone ring. Father said he'd tell me if he saw anything. Heard a tap at the window in the middle of the night. Held back the curtain, rolled my old broken mind. See, my sister got raped, so a man got killed. Little boy went to prison, and man is buried on the hill. Folks are back to normal when they close the case. They still stare at their shoes when they pass by out the place. This would be Rick's part. My mother cried, the horror has finally ceased. He whispered, yeah, for the time being at least. And over his shoulder on the smart comic phone said, let's go, Mikey, son, we're taking you home. Same pattern on the table, same clock on the wall. And one seat empty, 18 years and all. Freezing slow time away from this world. He's 38 years old, never kissed a girl. He's 38 years old, never kissed a girl. Where's everybody? Where's my peeps?
We're here. We're here.
Awesome.
Nice job.
Okay, it was last minute. I pulled it out of a hat for you.
No, you did fantastic.
That's
You
a
did
good
fantastic. Yeah, it's good too. You can't go wrong with the hip, right?
You got it.
And,
Can't go wrong with Tragically Hip.
We've even got my friend Rick Perry, better known in the music world as Bounce the Cat. He's been a very big influencer in the world behind the scenes, helping large bands, some of the classic rock ones that you might have heard. Thanks for being here, Rick. I'm not even sure what part of the world you're in now, Rick. Are you in Florida still, or he gets around? You think I get around? This guy gets around, but he does it. He just does it very quietly. And Christine's she's loving it, and Barry Loxton says, "Nice job, Jules."
Barry.
Right on.
We're having fun. Okay, so I think we should do one more, but I think that we all need to do it together.
Oh, you make me sing.
What's
God,
wrong?
this is, get your guitar out of the closet. Go get it.
What song do you want to do?
No,
I
I
got
just
my-
want you guys to sing. I don't want you
Oh,
to play.
Yeah.
Don't
Okay.
get so excited.
She was saying me go get my guitar, but then yeah, that's
Oh,
no.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. Yes,
My guitar's half a
Dave.
step down, so
We're going to play. Okay, so one of the songs I used to enjoy playing at the Bottoms Up Circle was with my my friend, I call her the fairy. Her name is Gladys. I love her. She's just got a special spirit about her. And we used to have fun and just kind of, make fun with songs. So this is my version of Run Around Sue.
Oh,
Okay?
here's my story. Okay.
Okay. And so I think there's like some, hey.
Okay,
Whoa,
I can handle that.
You guys can do that, can't
All
you?
right.
It's not karaoke. I don't have the words in front of me on karaoke, so I can't do it.
Is
There's
it
a little
the
bit of doo-wops.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one.
That'd be my doo-wops. Ready?
Doo-hops.
Here's my story. It's sad, but it's true. It's about a guy that I once knew. He took my love, then he ran around with every single guy in town. Ready, guys? Hey. Whoa.
Whoa, hey.
Whoa.
Whoa,
Oh, come on, Trevor, shake that hair. There you go.
hey. Whoa, whoa.
There you go. Here we go. Should have known it from the very start.
Yeah.
Keep away from a run around Stu's amazing lips and a smile on his face. Touching his hand and that guy's one break. You don't wanna cry like I do. Keep away from a run around Stu. He likes to run around. Love and get you down. People, let me put you wise. That's Stu goes. It goes out with other guys. Love story from a girl who knows. I've been in love and my love still grows. Ask any fool that he ever knew. Keep away from a run around Stu. Hey. Keep doing it. We're gonna play this out somewhere on open mic.
Only if I get the high part.
Oh, whip away.
Yeah, he's got a love that'll get you down. Now, people, let me put you wise. That Stu goes out with other guys. Got the moral of the story from a girl who knows. Been in love and my love still grows. Ask any fool that she ever knew. I keep away from a run around Stu. Keep away from
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa, 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 whoa. I keep away from Stu.
Keep the
Nice.
That's really great. I just hope that Josh didn't hurt himself and all of that.
Oh, I didn't see it. I'll have to watch the replay.
Oh, dear Lord, love a duck.
Oh my God.
That's what my mom would always say that. She'd say she never swore. I don't know where I got it from. She'd say, Lord love a duck and fish hooks.
Oh,
Lord love a duck and fish hooks.
Lord love a duck.
And I remember
fish
looking at her one
hooks.
time.
I
and
might
said,
start using fish hooks.
Mom, just say it, would you?
Yeah, mother trucker.
Mother trucker. We say mother father around here, like, oh, mother father, I tell you.
She's
Well, that's awesome.
I say shite.
Shite. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, there's my contribution. I hope you guys enjoy. Now, I heard you, and I'm going to watch that. That was a lot of fun. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
That was a great way to wrap up our night.
Fantastic. The only thing missing there, and I was looking around for it, I had it somewhere. Beer Store Money is famous for handing out kazoos at their performances. And I had it here somewhere, and I don't know where it went. I was looking around. It's here somewhere. I have a whole.
Oh, look at there. Josh has.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, right on.
You sound like a soccer game in Spain.
Well, it was becoming a problem for me when I was going out during. It was Tuesday nights at Blue Line Pub, and I would come home late. And my wife would already be in bed, and she'd get up in the morning, and it'd be like a collection of 4 or 5 kazoos, and she'd be like, "What are you doing on Tuesday nights for real?" I was like, "No, I'm going. A couple of pints and away you go." So that's cool.
I don't know where they get them. They have bags of them.
Yeah, I know. Who has that kind of money?
They talk to or to get bags of them.
But you know what? And I love Marcus and Chris and Melissa from Beer Store Money. They're talented and they're just great people as well. They're so creative. And Blue Line Pub and Grill, I want to give a shout out to them because they're really stepping it up out there. They even brought me on to do karaoke,
Nice.
and they got on Wednesday nights. We got 1 weekend, and then this virus showed up.
Oh.
But we'll be back, and actually, my friend from the radio station, Melissa Kelly, she's running it for me. But I'll probably show up and make an appearance once in a while once we get back there. So, okay, I promised you now. Ryan Wursler was out there earlier, and Barry says, "What a great way to spend a Friday night." Yes, absolutely, couldn't agree more. We'll be back here next Friday.
Right here.
Yeah.
We actually had
coronavirus.
there you go. Julie Jenkins, who's here in Sarnia, they actually had a virtual First Friday between her and some friends, and they were going to watch us as well as part of that, but their internet decided to crap out. So,
oh dang!
Yeah, well, it's happening out there.
Well, it's because there's so many people on it.
That's right. I've been okay, but I've got Ferrari speeds. You don't want my internet bill. And I just dropped something. Where'd it go? Oh, that's not good. Oh. Be right back. Going under the table here.
Oh, dear. I've fallen and I can't get up.
Oh, this is gonna hurt. I tell you.
That was great.
Comedy.
Okay, where's your picture? Where's your picture?
I dropped it.
That is what you dropped. Okay, let's
So
see
Ryan Wursler, my good friend, I love him dearly. He's a good man. So this goes back. I got a couple here. This goes back to 1993, when I was doing karaoke at Marston Bowl. And the Prime Minister of Canada, the first female Prime Minister, Kim Campbell, she was like Prime Minister for a day.
I remember that.
And she came to Sarnia, and we had karaoke, and I sang for her. And I don't know how well you can see that, but that's.
You need to post a better picture of that on your page, please.
That's cool, though.
There's that. And then I do play some. I shouldn't tell you this because you guys are going to hold me to it. I actually do play some keyboard, and
nice.
That's me as a little boy in front of the organ.
Nice.
Oh, you were cute.
And we actually had that. This is my mother's organ, and cool story about that. I still had that organ up till about 5 years ago, and then when I didn't have room for it anymore, I actually gave it to somebody here locally, and their I think daughter was playing it, and then they didn't have room for it anymore. They offered it back, and I said no, pass it on, and it went to somebody else that I didn't even know they were mutual friends. It turned out to be a friend of mine and her daughter's now. Still, that organ is still being played to this day, so I'm happy about that. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That's great.
And there's me on my bicycle.
Oh, your bicycle! Look at you. You got your whole baby book there.
Yeah. No. Well, I'm just trying to give you, So here comes the Afro. Back in the day, before I even got in the music world and karaoke and all that, I actually drove taxi for Central Cab. And we had a limousine. I was a limousine driver. Okay. Okay, here we go. So there it is.
Nice.
That's a cool picture.
That's
cover photo worthy.
Yeah. So That's I stole that out of the box that my kids get from me someday. So there you go. All right. And who we got here?
This is my son.
Hi, son.
He decided to come out. He's not allowed to be on the internet right now because I'm streaming. So he came out and he's like, how much time do I have left, Mom?
Oh, I gotta get to Fortnite, Mom. Son,
yes,
does son?
Do you see this young man named Trevor Wagner? He used to be a gamer. Now he plays guitars because he decided that was a better way to spend his time.
Inspirational story.
You will play. He plays a little bit of guitar. He'll be great.
Okay.
Once he gets going, he'll be good.
Right. Our does son have a name?
This is Aaron.
Hi, Aaron.
I've known Dave Burrows for a long time, son. Yes, Aaron.
Just a couple of weeks, really.
Yeah, just a couple of weeks when he used to have a big hair. Big hair.
I hope nobody snapshots that, and that's gonna.
I want you to post those, please. Can you post them so I can see them because they were really tight. Oh, okay.
No, absolutely not.
I'll just look in my yearbook.
Look in your yearbook. Yeah, somebody's gonna snapshot that and get it around there.
Fun with this.
Well, I gotta tell you, we've gone. What do we got? We've got over 2.5 hours here tonight, and we probably could go longer, but let's save it for another night. Yes. And Aaron, nice to meet you. Thanks for joining us as well. If you ever learn to play guitar, you're welcome to join us. If you continue to play video games and get, by the way, can you please spend some time with your mother and explain to her what Twitch is?
Okay, I'll try.
Because I have a Twitch channel, Aaron, and like trying to explain that to your mother just wasn't working for me. So you could probably help me out with that.
Okay, I'll try later.
Okay,
He's much more techy than I am.
Yeah, help her out with the microphone too. There, she's had quite. She's had. Yeah, Mom's had quite a techie day. I know you got a lot of pressure in your household right now, don't you?
Yeah.
There you go.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, thank you so much for joining us here, and support the United Way if you are able to dig down and go to the unitedway.on.ca. They support several organizations here. The Compassion Fund is now something that they're doing. They've been able to get out several $5,000 donations to different organizations, but they still need their help coming from you. So if you could take time and do that. Want to say shout out to Corey James Mitchell, who was here earlier. Thank you. Yes, right on. And our friend Paul Knapp was here as well. Thanks so much.
Oh, yeah.
Josh Dowse, who brought us fans all the way from Calgary as well.
Nice.
And Trevor Wagner, we don't know where his friends are all over the planet, and probably in other parts of the universe as well. I'm thinking with that hair, you got to have friends everywhere.
Well, my family's been blowing up my Facebook, and I think we have a mutual aunt or something.
Me and you?
Yeah.
Oh wow, here we go.
We'll figure that out later. But I just saw it quick on the.
That's a Dr. Phil show.
That's a whole different show. That's I'm not Maury Povich, man. I can't do that stuff.
Jerry Springer.
There you go, Jerry Springer. There you go. And Jules, I adore you so much and appreciate your support and coming on as my co-host here tonight as well.
That was a lot of fun, Dave.
And nice to meet
you next time.
Nice to meet you, Aaron. And shout out to our friends at K106.3 as well, who support the broadcast. And love to all of you. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. Please share this. It'll be available on replay. And listen very closely one more time. Just listen up, follow the guidelines, stay home, and stay safe. We want to see you back here again next week. Take care, everybody. Bye for now.
Peace.
See ya.